What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you saw in my previous video, I talked about getting in a new camera and it is here. I recorded that video like 3 days ago and it's already here. It came all the way from New York. I bought it off of eBay and I'll be sure to link a similar description in the description below because I did buy the last one from this brand. As you guys know, I am upgrading and I have done a lot of research for this camera. So before I begin, let me tell you what camera I got. I stuck with Canon and I got the 80D. I had done so much research before I bought this camera just because I was torn between how much I wanted to spend, the quality of what I thought I needed, and anything in between that. So the reason I went for at first I started with going for the T6i because I was more so going towards the 70D. And when I compared the specs of the T6i and the 70D, they pretty much stacked up. The T6i was just a little bit cheaper. And if I got the T6i, I was just going to get the body, and that would have came up to about $850 or $859. I can't remember the exact price of it. And then when I went online to price the 70D, because I was just figuring out, the 70D actually on eBay came up to a similar price. And then once I got into looking into more of the 70D, I found 70D bundles. And for sure, I thought I was going to get the 70D because I know when I went to price it at Fry's and at Best Buy, the body of the 80D was $1,200 by itself with just the body, no lenses at all. And I was like, I'm not gonna get that, and I can't at least get one lens because I did want to get another zoom lens, just like a standard lens. I did want another one of those because this one is quite old, even though it's a Sigma, but sometimes when it gets too dark, it'll have blue dots appear in the screen. But off of that, going back to my research, looking online and looking on eBay, one day I just up and figured okay, let me price the 80D. And to my knowledge, the bundles for the 70D and the bundles for the 80D basically ranged about the same price. So what's crazy is because I looked at 80Ds after I had basically bid on a 70D that came with 5 different lenses that started off at $850. I had already bid that, and then I was so scared that nobody was going to outbid me in order to get the 80D that I just was like, okay, I'm gonna end up with the 70D. And hopefully, and thank goodness, somebody ended up outbidding me because I think I was up to $890 something. So thank goodness somebody outbid. And for what it was worth, I don't care being outbid because I think that price ended up going to $1,100. So let's go ahead and get into the price of this thing. So the price of this thing was actually about $1,200. It was $1,276 to be exact, 99 cents if you want to count that. To be exact, it is a bundle deal. It came from a company called Tri-State, which is how I found the 70D bundles, which eventually I found the 80D bundles. But yeah, that's pretty much, and like I said, I got it off eBay and it shipped to me in 3 days. So that's a little bit about that. Okay, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and open this package. It is very heavy, but I have a knife, not like a tech knife like other people have to just open up their packages, but a regular kitchen knife. And I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and I'm gonna have the box down here, so I'm gonna pull everything out and show it and kind of place it right here where you can see it. So hopefully that all works out. Okay, and if you guys are new to my channel, most of you guys know I'm coming from the Canon T3i, which I've had for 3 years. And even before that, it was already out for 4 years. So, like I said, I'm doing a big upgrade. So I'm really excited about this camera. So it is a lot in here. What I'm gonna try to do is probably get some camera shots of my phone so I can add it in there because it is a lot of stuff in this box. Hopefully this is still catching my voice. I'm not sure, if not the camera is, but this is basically all that is coming in the box. Like I said, it is a huge bundle. We have some wrapping here, some bubble wrap, just so everything's neat and packed. And when I say it is a lot of stuff, it is a lot of stuff. And it came with 2 lenses. Actually 4 lenses, but I only count 2 because there's only 2 real lenses in here. But like I said, this is the box. You can see it's packed to the maximum. So I'm gonna switch back over to my T3i and we're gonna get started. Okay, like I said, this is packed to the maximum. So let's start with some of the small stuff. As I was reading, I don't want to really open anything because I don't want to start losing anything. But here's this thing right here. I'll probably try to insert pictures of what this thing is. But basically, you hold your camera and this like piece rests on your knuckles, and then you put your camera right here, and that way it can give your hand like a little rest. Here I just have some filters. They are 50mm 3-piece. So I never really bought filters, which I know that is horrible, but color correction and post-production, you know. So they got a UV filter, a polarized filter, and a fluorescent filter. So I'm pretty stoked to try these out because, like I said, I've never bought filters, and good thing to have. Some more paper. This thing here, I believe it is the pen to like dust your lens off. I see it in a bunch of people's stuff. Oh yeah, here's the little brush, and I guess you just literally like brush the lens off. And then I have a accessory kit. Oh, clean and maintain your digital camera and camcorder. I really didn't even know this also came with it. I guess it's those things that you put, what is it? A dust blower brush, there it is, a bottled lens solution, 20-pack lens tissues, but that would probably be good, and 5 cotton swabs, I guess, to actually get in there, which I'm not sure if I'd be doing that because I don't want to mess anything up in my camera, but good that this came with it. So I got a cleansing kit. I have another dust blower, which I don't know why they sent all this cleaning stuff, but whatever. And then I have a card reader, so that's awesome to have. Let me see what it does. People for Perfect on the go, one-step plug-in to your tablet or computer. So I'm guessing it's like a flash drive, but a high-speed flash drive. I'm guessing that's what it is, and you put your card back here, so boom, that'll work too. And here, oh, I have extra camera batteries. That's another thing I was looking at to see if the bundles came with extra batteries, because as I was watching a lot of the ADD stuff, I realized that I would have to change my batteries, and I have 3 batteries for that T3i right there. So I think I'm supposed to have two batteries with this, but here is what the battery looks like. I'll probably zoom in. What type of battery is this? It is a Canon LP-E6, XPDC E6. I'll probably leave a link in the description, or I have a picture of or something like right over here in this area. But yeah, I have a Canon battery and it replaces it. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's not the Canon actual Canon battery, but it's supposed to work with let me see, the Mark II, the Mark III, the 60, 70, 70 Mark III or 2, 60D, 60DA, and 70D. So yeah, check that battery out. So here I just have 2 SD cards. They're both 32GB, and that's another thing I looked at to make sure that they had SD cards, just in case I had to switch over from the ones that I was using, just in case it took a little bit more power. But in total I have like 64GB in SD cards, so add to my collection, because once I started filming, like with my other job, I noticed that I do need more than these. Because I really only have 2, but I have 3, but I basically only really have 2, because the other one, if you saw my camera bag, you know that it was just like an adapter for a microchip. So yeah, and then I got another tripod, which I'm not too sure if I'm gonna use it unless it's better than the one that I have. But if you watch my other, again, what's in my camera bag, I do want another tripod, something more sturdy, something that turns also into a monopod. You know, kind of like the Manfrotto series. So here's the tripod. It's 50-inch. It's from XIT. Another thing with this camera, I don't know if it's just like whatever SD card I'm using or if it's just the camera, but it always stops recording after a certain time, and I hate that. Like, it messes me up so bad. But moving on, here, what is this? I think this is just a case to hold my SD cards. I'm about to open it because I don't know what it is. Yeah, I think it's literally just a case to hold my SD cards. And it's just like this. It's made from the same people that XIT photo people. So I don't think, yeah, everything's not made by the same person though. But yeah, this is made by the same people that gave me the tripod. So I think these are just literally, you put your SD cards in there, and I think these are labels so you can figure out which card is which. Moving on to something else a little bit small, I have a lens cap holder by the same person that made the battery, which is Bauer Digital Ultra. Not sure if I'm actually going to use this either, just for a simple fact, I don't really lose my caps because I just twist them together, boom, they're together, and I usually just throw them right back in my bag. Alright, and another thing is also by the same people, the Bauer people, is a T-mount camera adapter, which is awesome because I think one of the lenses I got, I will actually need this. So here it just looks like this. I'm actually excited to try this out because I've never actually had an adapter. So I have one now. Moving on, I got a camera bag, and we're going to try to see what I can fit in here a little bit later. But yeah, it's also about Bauer, the people that pretty much gave me some other stuff, like 3 other things. So here it is. I actually thought in the picture that it looked a little bit bigger than this, but this is fine too. I don't need to be carrying around a big book bag. As you saw in my last What's in My Camera Bag, then you would know what it looks like. So yeah, this is pretty cool. It's actually a book bag for your actual camera. I see the DSLR is supposed to go up here at the top with maybe 1 lens attachment, and you have a compartment for 2 lenses, a flash, and I think that is a battery. But yeah, here it is right here. We'll probably try it out in a little bit. Moving on to the good stuff. I have 2 lenses that are from Opteka. I hope I'm saying that right. I have 2 58mm lens. One is a telephoto lens, and one is a wide angle lens. Not sure what I'm going to use these for. I think what you do with these, you put them on top of a lens that's already there. Like if you have a lens and you put this extra attachment onto there. Once again, cool. I'm going to try these out definitely to see what they're about. The next 2 lenses, they're cheap lenses, but I've also wanted to try the real versions out, but the real versions are like $2,000 plus, and that is the 500 and the 650 to 1300mm lens. I got these because if you know me or you follow my Instagram or even my Snapchat, you know that I really enjoy taking sports videos, so I thought these would be cool to just try out and see how far I can go. These are not the expensive ones, like I said, they're just a cheap version of them. I've already did a little bit of research on them, and they do the job, so I'm pretty excited. This one's 500mm, is a f8, so it's not going to do that well in low light, but how many of them really do that go out this far? But here it is right here. I will leave the link of this in the description box. And it's also made by Bauer. I kind of want to take it out. It comes in a leather case, so that's really neat. It looks like this, literally. Really cute. And then it's in some more wrapping. I'm going to take it out because I want to see what it looks like. Alright, I can see that an issue already. Already taking it off, the lens cap has like fallen off, so, but like I said, they're not expensive, so I'm gonna expect something to be wrong with it. But here it is, and it already has its own like little piece so it can mount to a tripod, that way it's not weighing your camera down. And here's the lens right here. Let me see, make sure this is not in. Okay, there's different knobs. I'm probably going to have to look up to see how to use this so I'm not like messing anything up. So I'm pretty stoked to try that out as well. So put that back in the case. Actually, I'm just going to put it back right here. Let's get some other things. Alright, and then this one has some weight to it. This was probably what was weighing that box down, to be honest, because as soon as I picked it up, you can feel the weight of this thing. It's a 650 to 13mm lens. It is a f-stop 8 through 16. It is manual focus, so which is cool because most of my stuff is in manual focus. I don't really do anything in autofocus. But once again, doesn't do that well in low light, so keep that in mind if you are looking for this. Let me see. It reduces flare and increased light transmission, so that's good. It has its own tripod mount as well. Needs a T-mount adapter, so I'm guessing that's why they gave me this, because I'm gonna need it for this thing right here. It can be used with film and digital SLR cameras. So this is the box right here. Okay, it comes with another carrying case. Yeah, this thing is heavy. This thing is really heavy. So it also has like some booklets as well. What to do when service is needed. I don't even know what that is. And an instruction manual. So cool. So I don't even have to look things up. I can read the instruction manual, which I'm more of a visual learner, so I'm probably just gonna look YouTube videos up anyways. Even though I did look at it, I just didn't look at that many videos because a lot of them were like super boring. Oh, this thing is so heavy. I don't even know, like, and then it's like, oh, okay, here we go. This is it right here. Wow. And the cap is also coming off of that one, just pulling it out of the bag. And then here is the tripod mount, which it is made out of metal. This one is made out of metal. I can't remember if the other one was made out of metal, but this whole thing is made out of metal. Put that over to the side so we can get into the real device, and I am so excited for this. And this is kind of heavy too. It is the 80D. Oh my goodness. And it comes with the kit lens. Like I said, it did opt for a new standard lens, and I heard so many great things about the kit lens, because you know kit lens don't really get you know, that great of a rep, but this one is supposed to like autofocus big time, like crucial focusing, and so I'm just so excited to get it. I got the instruction manual, which I'm glad they only gave me one, because usually they give you like Spanish or English, but is it all in one? Yeah, it's all English, as I can see. Yep, they only gave me one, and then I got the CD. So let's open the box. Here it is. That's how it looks on the inside. It's all bubble wraps. So let's open it. I got a battery and I got a charging dock, which the only thing I'm going to really, the only thing I'm really going to miss about my charging station is I can plug something to the side and it can kind of like lay. I don't even know. This one is just going to stick to the wall. Whatever. Something to get used to. I could have swore I asked for 3 batteries, but whatever. I have one more battery if I need it, and then I'm pretty sure I can buy one. I have the strap, which is gonna probably feels, they look about the same. I think it's like the same strap. No, it's not. And then it says 80D on it. How awesome is that? I'm so happy for this camera. Like, I have been needing a new camera for so long, and the fact that I finally got one. And I'm glad it came so quick, because my time for it to be here was like next Tuesday. And here is the kit lens, the standard lens. It's very light. I can honestly say that it's very light. Not really digging how plastic it feels though. But like I said, it's supposed to autofocus really handy as a stabilizer, which mine did not, but I have the Sigma. Yeah, it's an EFS 18-55 image stabilizer, macro. And yeah, I'm actually going to be happy to try this out as well. So yeah, there's the lens. Let's put that down. And let's get to the actual camera. Also wrapped in the bubble wrap. And then they have this, I don't even know what type of material this is. Dust bag? Maybe like what your purses come in. And here it is. I can honestly say it feels great in the hands. My hands are quite small, so you can see how it fits in my hand. And I'm just going to have to like learn how to play with it, because if you guys know the T3 iRebel, it doesn't have a wheel. The on and off button is like on the side, and I don't have this piece right here, so I'm going to have to remember like, okay, I need to put it in record mode, and then I'm going to have to get used to this, of course. But this is really awesome. I'm pretty sure I've got to figure out what this lock mode does at the bottom here as well. So I have to do some learning and teach myself how to use this camera, but this is awesome. Very, very awesome. Okay, so what I just did right now is I just went ahead and put my battery in my memory card. Of course, the one they sent me with the actual camera is dead and not charged, but look at that quality versus me filming on the T3i. Like, this is how far it zooms in. So you can see my camera is pretty far back right now. But look at that. Like, if I had to like go in and post-production and zoom in, I can see it, that it still says it's pixelated. And look at the background. Like, the background is blurry. Like, you can see I can it's kind of focusing on it. Look at that. Oh, we having issues. Maybe it's too far back. Like, this room is kind of big, so. Oh, there it is right there. It's focusing. Wow. And I hear no noise at all. And that's what people are raving about with this camera, is that it was no noise. Look at the lighting of this camera. Oh, so beautiful. Like I said, I'm gonna have to get used to this. Look at it. Oh yeah, look at that. That is gorgeous. I'm gonna have to really put makeup on my face now, because goodness. But yeah, this is what me filming on this camera versus that camera. Like, you can literally tell the difference. And that one's in auto mode for like lighting and stuff, and my hand is shaking. I don't know if you can tell because this camera is heavy just holding up by itself, but that is wonderful. Wow. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and stop that. But yeah, that is just really the unboxing. Like I said, I just got it today. I can't wait to try this out. Let me know if you want a review, because I am taking it out like Monday or Tuesday to go downtown Atlanta and try to shoot with this thing. I'm probably going to use this lens because this lens is amazing. And plus those other ones are like super heavy. But like I said, I'll try to link things down in the description box. I'm trying to see if I can, like I said, find something similar to this as a bundle, because like I said, I bought the last one from my bundle. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to try to get it up to you as quickly as possible, and I hope you guys enjoy.